It's a real pleasure to bring up this next comic. You've probably seen him on The Tonight Show or on his own special on Comedy Central. Let's have a big welcome for everybody for Mark Norman.
All right, hey, good to be here. It's gonna be tough to follow that energy. Now I'm just gonna have just gonna get a sip of water for the comics here. All right, cool. That's tough. Cool. All right, I'll tell some jokes. Wow, that was nice. You come up a little closer. Your neck hurt. Were those see? Oh, you couldn't see over. I hear you. All right. I Ubered here. Had a real chatty Uber driver. Don't you hate that? This guy would not shut up. Would it be nice if there was a no small talk option on the app? Right, but there isn't. So you got to find your own way to quiet the guy. I like to scare him. You know, he's like, "How about this traffic, huh? What do you think's causing this?" I'm like, "Probably the Jews." He's like, "All right, I give this ride 5 stars of David." I live in the West Village, fun neighborhood. The Gay Pride Parade actually goes right by my house every day, and I like a gay area. I feel like gay guys are pretty great. You know what's gotta be nice about being gay is you don't have to wonder every other day if you're gay. That's gotta be a nice. Just I like dick. I'm going to work. You don't have to worry about it. You can just enjoy a pool party. You don't have to be confused. Because that's kind of what's nice about sexual preference is you just kind of know. You don't have to try it. It's not like food. Because I've had gay guys like proposition me on my walk home like, "Hey, how do you know if you haven't tried it?" And I'm like, "Well, what are you, my mom with Brussels sprouts?" Maybe you wrap some bacon around it. Because libido and appetite are very similar. You get hungry, you eat, you're not hungry. You get horny, you fuck, you're not horny. They're very similar. But my discipline with sexual appetite is so much better. Because I don't like coconut. But if I'm in a room with a coconut for 3 days, eventually I'll be like, "All right, I'll take it." But if I'm in a room with like 6 guys for 3 days, I can hold off much longer. All right. I guess that's what jail is, just in a room with a coconut for like 3 years. Like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Cool. You guys are drinking the free beer, huh? Yeah, I like to drink. My friend just quit drinking. Always kind of a bummer. A little selfish, if you ask me. Good for him. But he quit drinking. Booze is really the only vice where when someone quits, you get annoyed. If your friend's like, "I'm going to stop doing crack," you're never like, "But what about the wedding?" One of my friends is a real booze bag. He's obsessed with breweries. "We got to go to a brewery." I'm like, "Why can't we just go to a bar?" He's like, "It's fun. You can see how it's made." I don't care how it's made. Look, I like porn. I don't need to go to a broken home. I used to drink a lot more. I've cut back. My phone is like my addiction now. Yeah. And people say, "Yeah, it's great, phone addiction way better than booze." I don't know, same side effects. Both dangerous while driving, both give me the courage to yell horrible things at strangers, and both have helped me fuck very questionable women. Yeah. See, the problem with the phone is there's no cutoff. Like with booze, you drink too much, somebody goes, "Hey, you've had enough," or your body cuts you off, or you pass out, you just fall down, you puke. Phone, no cutoff. We need like a phone bouncer. There's a guy like, "Hey, you can't get in." You're like, "But that's mine. That's me. It's my place." Oh, I heard a phone. All right. I don't know. I'm way on my phone, way more than booze. Like I've never been like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit. Where the hell's my cocktail?" I'm gonna be shitting for 6 minutes. I can't have a cocktail, no cocktail for 6 minutes. It's insane. All right. Well, keep it moving. You look pissed. You don't believe me?
After 6 minutes on the toilet, you don't ask why you don't have a cocktail.
That's the joke. Just shut up. All right. We'll talk later. All right. Cool. All right. Oh, boy. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the gays. I feel like gay guys are little better than us. They're progressive, non-violent. You never meet any violent gay guys. There's no gay gangs. That would just be a musical. Sorry, is that offensive? I don't know. I can't keep up. Everybody's offended now, you know. It's okay to be offended, but just shut up. Right? Yeah, like I had a guy yell at me the other day. He goes, "Hey, buddy, that's a trigger word." I was like, "Whoa, I think it's pronounced trigger." Funny line. I don't know. Tough times. I had a guy call me racist recently from that joke. He don't even know me. I'm just telling jokes. It's weird. It's quite a go-to. We use that word so quickly now. Like I was on the subway last week. I was watching an interracial couple make out. I was just staring at them. And the guy caught me. And he goes, "What the hell? You got a problem with us making out? What are you, racist?" I was like, "What? Racist? No, I'm a creep." "What are you talking about? I'm hard." "I'm not a racist. I'm aroused." Quite a leap. Some people abuse that word. A friend of mine, she's Puerto Rican. We grew up together. She's like, "I hate going to the gym. The white women there all give me the stink eye because they're racist." I was like, "Oh shit, what happened?" She's like, "Well, first I bring my food in and I eat it. Then I play my music really loud." I'm like, "Oh, maybe they just hate you. Let's not bring down the good people of Puerto Rico because you're a cunt. You're being inconsiderate and rude. You're playing music and shit. No wonder they hate you. You got to take a little ownership. You can't just blame bigotry. You'll never become a better person." Like, look, I was a bedwetter. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I'd sleep at their houses. Eventually, they stopped inviting me over. I wasn't like, they hate white people. No, I ruined their fucking furniture. They didn't hate white. They hated yellow. I like all the groups. I just met a girl on that Jewish app. What's that Jewish app called? The Jewish one. PayPal. Yeah. Going pretty well. She's a fun gal. Real tomcat in the sack. She likes to use a vibrator in the bedroom while I watch. Pretty hot, but you feel a little obsolete. Feels like I'm an employee at CVS and she's using the self-checkout. I'm like, "Yeah, I see you know what you're doing, but if you hit a snag, I'm your man." After like a half hour, you're like, "Shit, these robots are taking our jobs." Yeah. Women are going through a lot right now. I went to the Women's March. That was cool. Although I got to say, I haven't heard the word pussy yelled that much since that time I rollerbladed to high school. That was a tough morning. Aha. Yeah. Comedy. You like the porn, sir? Yeah, it's all right. People get all weird on that. It's a big industry. Yeah, I like porn, you know. Porn's really changed the game. I feel like out of the gate now, sex much kinkier than it used to be. Out of the gate now, it's like choking, spitting, finger up the butt, which is weird because these are all things my older brother did to torment me. He's taking bullying out of the playground, brought in the bedroom. I got a girl on top now. I'm like, Indian sunburn. Seriously, go to a schoolyard now during recess. Some kid's calling the girl down, pulling her hair, calling her names. I'm like, man, he's good. You guys ever get down on your knees and thank God you're not a pedophile? No one's grateful for that. We're all very lucky. They didn't choose that. You got dealt a bad hand. Because think about how close we all were. When I was in third grade, I was attracted to third grade girls. Now I like adult women. When I was in third grade, I liked grape juice. Now I like red wine. But I still like grape juice. See how close we were? Thank God my brain said, get rid of the kids and hang on to that juice. I recently just watched a documentary on pedophilia with my friends. My friend goes, oof, I could never fuck a kid. They're so annoying. I was like, that's it, huh? That's the thing that's holding you back? Need a better reason than that, all right, buddy? It's like, hey, what happened to Greg? He went to prison. Why? He met a really cool kid. All right. That checks out. Got to be hard to be a kid now, you know? So much stimulus coming at you. iPhone, internet, social media, all the time. Remember how happy-go-lucky we were as kids? Hey, you run to the car, shotgun. Remember that? Shotgun. You never see that now. The only time a kid yells that out now is in a classroom. I know, right? I killed a kid. Yeah. School shootings. I like how they're blaming the video games. Video games cause violence. Come on. Video games don't cause violence. Video games cause carpal tunnel and vaginal dryness. Right? I know a lot of guys that play 10 hours of video games a day. Their girlfriend's like, violent. Slap my ass, choke me, I'm dying here. I don't think games translate to real life. I grew up playing Monopoly with my friends. None of them now own property. To be fair, some did go directly to jail. So, there is that. Yeah, I grew up before the internet. Remember those days, you know? You had a question, hey Mom, what's the capital of South Dakota? I'm on the phone, and you just didn't know. What a concept, not knowing. Now we have so much information, all right at our fingertips. Now I have an Alexa. I love this thing. Although I just read an article that said Alexa actually listens to everything you say, stores it in a database. It could use it against you later. It's like, man, just like a real woman. Now I'm all nervous around mine. I'm like, hey Alexa, what's the weather out there? She's like, why don't you ask Siri? Oh boy. Here we go. That was before you. Jokes at a comedy show. Yeah, people are very sensitive, you know. I feel like we're all hung up on words now, aren't we? It's all about words, trigger words, buzzword. What about actions? Aren't actions what's really important? Like, I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that. I was like, whoa, hey, sorry, I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse. But, you know, either way, I'll see you at home later, honey. And that's a joke, too. I love abortions. I paid for 2 last week, you know? I'm a big fan. Honestly, I don't feel like abortions get the credit for how successful they are. I mean, they're killing it. They're doing a great job, these people. Right? Just because it's a sad thing doesn't mean they're not doing a great job. Everybody's like, oh, childbirth is a miracle. Those fuck up all the time. Abortion's 100% perfect every time. Never hear about one bad one. Not once. Never like, hey, how was that abortion? Horrible. Timmy. Yeah, he's got no ears, but they didn't charge me. I don't know. It's fun to say horrible things, you know? We're all going to die one day. Don't I feel like the whole country's pent up, though? It feels like we can't say shit, you know? It's not good. Everybody's angry. You got white supremacists running around, protests, hate groups. You know, you're allowed to be hateful in America as long as you're not specific. Have you noticed that? You know, if you're like, I hate Mexican people, everybody's like, oh my God, what a bigot, prejudice. But if you're like, I hate people, everybody's like, ha, fucking right. Well, how's that work? People are angry, man. I had one of those White Lives Matter rallies go by my house the other day. I freaked out. Then I realized, oh, it's just a half marathon. That was close. I don't know. Is this too dark? I'm just, you know, dark guy, I guess. I'm a grown-up. You know, I'm in therapy. Doing this thing called cognitive therapy. That's where you face your fears. Scared of heights, takes you on a hot air balloon. Scared of drowning, takes you in the ocean. So he said, what are you scared of, Mark? I said, well, I'm claustrophobic and scared of intimacy. So he took me in a little closet and fucked me. It's very expensive. I don't get the stigma with therapy. It's good for you. I think it should be mandatory. Everybody works out their muscles. Why not work out your emotions? I'll be hanging out with a friend. He's like, all right, man, take it easy. I'm going to go work on arms and back. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go work on letting go of the past and accepting love. Everybody loves the gym, but the gym makes me feel sexy. Well, you know what else is sexy? Not being a walking red flag. Nobody cares about your abs if you're the guy having a meltdown at Red Lobster. I think people respect the gym because there's like a culture behind it. You know, like gym rats. They have T-shirts that say beast mode and better sore than sorry. Therapy people, we need T-shirts. We need a shirt that says no dad, no problem. Or like can't stop, won't stop crying. Ah! All right, thanks a lot. I'm Kevin Hart. Have a good night. Comedy.